Ladies and gentlemen, we are back. It is time for the grand finals, live from the Turtle Beach booth here at PAX Prime. I'm Chris Puckett, joined by my good buddy Revin. And Revin, we have one hell of a finals in store of us in just a few minutes.
I really can't believe what just happened in that last match. Unite Gaming with the amazing comeback on Search and Destroy Express, and that was actually the first time I've ever seen Neslo lose Search on Express.
Yeah, his shotgun was there, but he was being countered by a man who just went into total beast mode. The superhero from Unite Gaming, it was Parasite. And right now, we have our boy Benson down on the floor with him. What's up, Benson?
Thanks, Puckett. I'm down here all the way with Parasite. How are you doing so far, Parasite?
I'm doing great. I'm just really excited to play this final.
Good. And a lot of viewers at home may remember something. If you remember last time I actually had Parasite on the floor before a big game, I asked, how are you feeling going up against Complexity? And do you remember what you said?
I said, who's Complexity?
And do you want to just remind everyone what actually happened in that?
We got ripped.
Okay, cool. So that's what happened last time. This time, though, brand new tournament, brand new game. How are you feeling? I mean, you just had an amazing game. You must be coming in confident.
We got a lot of momentum coming back from that. I think it was a 1-4 deficit. So we're really hoping to win this tournament, hopefully. If I manage to win this tournament, I'd be like probably the most, successful Black Ops 2 player, considering my placements and being able to knock Complexity off of 4-peat when we're the only team to achieve that. It'd be really something special to do. So I'm really hoping I can perform, and hopefully our team performs and we take this tournament.
Because that's something I actually caught up with yourself about a couple of days ago, and we were saying how no longer anchoring with this team, you're now using the SMG. And how have you found that so far at PAX?
Well, there are games where I have struggled, but I mean, we struggled as a team, so it's really not that big a deal. But I've been adjusting to it quite nicely, honestly, and I found it a lot easier to kind of adjust to, because when Ricky is anchoring, I kind of know what to cover and what to help him with and what to push out, because I'm so used to that role that I know all the little annoying spots that people like to push to take out players like Ricky, and so it was pretty easy adjusting, to be honest.
All right, fair enough. Pretty easy adjusting, you say. Final question before I let you go. Prediction for this first map, obviously Hardpoint Complexity, they are heating up right now. Who would you say? Or what score would you say more likely?
Well, if it's going to be Slum's Hardpoint is probably one of Complexity's map. Honestly, if they're not completely dominating us at some point, because usually when this team gets on fire, they kind of they seem to keep you at a small point range. But if it gets close, then it's just usually back and forth, and I don't know, it could really go either way.
All right, well, good luck to you, and we'll go back to Puckett and Revin in the booth.
All right, thank you, Benson. And Parasite, he's just ready to game, man. Wishing him the best of luck as he's getting ready. The Unite squad formed just recently. Ricky, a game battle superstar, getting ready, gearing up to go. And if you guys aren't familiar with this Unite Gaming squad, if you're just joining us for the first time here for the MLG PAX Prime Invitational brought to you by Turtle Beach, get to know Unite right now as we show off the lineup.
All right, so we got the captain, Nameless, who's been performing so well all weekend long, and then the man, Ricky himself, went huge in that last round on Search and Destroy to take out Team Caliber. You got Embos, who I feel doesn't get enough credit from this team. He's like the glue to the squad. He keeps them together. And also, the man we just got an interview with, Parasite, he's a Call of Duty World Champion.
And you can see those guys. We didn't even have a headshot of Ricky before this tournament. Now making a name for himself after an incredible performance in the S&Ds. His riot shield on raid was simply amazing. Rambo said, I'm going to steal that strategy when I get home. It's simply incredible. I feel like this is his breakout tournament. He's going to be my player to watch from this squad. But they are going to have their hands full with the current champions from MLG Anaheim. They dominated the pro circuit last event. Let's get to know our Complexity lineup, Revin.
3 tournaments, 1 in a row. They're trying to make it 4 here. And really, the player to watch on this squad for this tournament, it's Crimsix. He's been going off all weekend long. I'm sure everybody remembers his round 11 clutch, the 1v2 against FaZe. But you got Aches, Crimsix, TP, and the recent addition, Clayster. And since they've added Clayster, they've yet to lose a best-of-5 series.
It's pretty important, man, adding Clayster to any squad. He just brings in about 25 to 40 kills, depending on the map. That whole new slaying power brought to the team has really taken them to the next level. And you can't give enough credit to the guy sitting in the middle there, Mr. X, Matt Morello, the coach for this squad. Before he came on, these guys were arguing. They're a little bit disorganized. Since he's come on, They're all communicating. They're all working together. And really right now when it comes to a top team in terms of professionalism and, I guess, consistency, I think Complexity is #1 on that leaderboard.
Oh, without a doubt. They have the best teamwork in the game right now. We actually got the chance to talk with each member of Complexity, and yeah, Mr. X, he coordinates all of our team pushes together. When we're calling in score streaks, he makes sure that we're on the right position when we call them in, and, that's how we win.
And TP, of course, he is going to be your objective player for the game. But the man that I'm going to be looking out for, I think he's the X factor for the squad, is on the floor with Benson right now. Let's go talk to Clayster.
I'm down here with Clayster, like you say, Puckett. And the first thing I have to ask you, all right, I think you're probably going to know what it was because I reacted crazily. S&D, that 1 versus 2, how?
Luck, maybe. A little bit of skill in there somewhere. I just basically zoned them out. I checked every place that they could be, and they only could have been in two of three places. So I just looked, got one at the bottom of the ladder, turned around pre-fire, and ended up ending Space's career.
Well, that's definitely one way of saying I think he did a little bit more than end his career there. That was one of the best clutches I've ever seen, definitely in one of my top 5 plays. But, Complexity, familiar sight, grand final of a major tournament. You're on for, how many is it now? It's 4, right?
Yeah, we're going for the 4-peat. We set out to break Impact's record with the 4-peat that they made, and with this tournament, we can at least tie them with that.
Do you reckon you're going to be able to top it?
Most definitely. I know we're going to top it.
I like it. Very confident. That's what you need. And you've been playing very, very well throughout the entire tournament. But one thing I want to ask you is, why have you been doing so well overall as a team? What is it that you think, obviously without giving away too much, but why is it you think you're doing just so much better than everybody else?
I think one of the main reasons we're so good is that we're all really good friends, and our teamwork and our communication is at the highest level it could possibly be. If you listen to us when we're playing, we're all constantly chattering, chittering. We call it small talking, basically telling us where to go, where our teammates to go, and it helps us a lot. It sets us apart from the rest of the teams that you'll see there'll be silence for 10 seconds, and we try to make sure there's no silence in the game at all and that we're constantly communicating, helping our teammates out.
Well, good to know. Communication wins you championships. Thank you very much, guys, for joining me. Good luck in the grand final. Back to Puckett and Revan.
Thanks, Benson, and you got to give a big shout-out to everyone here at PAX Prime that is in the Turtle Beach booth right now, around the outsides. Everyone wants to know what is going on in this booth. So much excitement here for the grand finals. There's some serious prize money on the line as well as pro points. Revan, I got to get your prediction before we get into this. Who you got your money on, my friend?
Obviously Complexity, but I think we're going to go down to the final game here. Complexity, they haven't played in a little bit, and Unite, they're coming fresh off a big win against Team Caliber, so they're going to have the momentum coming to this game. It's up to them to set the pace off the start and hard point.
We'll see if they can do it, as the Complexity guys are just going over the rules with the referee, Jason Nye, one more time. Give a big shout out to Jason on Twitter, guys, at MLG Jason. He's been busting his butt all weekend long, making sure the tournament is running smooth. Without him, this couldn't happen. But Revan, it's time to kick it off. We're just waiting on Aches, and he's now in the game. Let's kick it off as Slums Hardpoint is the first in our best of 7. Coming up next, we got Search and Destroy on Raid, Capture the Flag on Slums, Raid Hardpoint for game number 4, and then we're going to finish it out with some interesting maps. Game number 5 is going to be Search and Destroy on Express. And if it goes to game 6, it's Raid Capture the Flag. And we will finish it on Complexity's best map if they let it go to game number 7, Hardpoint Yemen.
Yeah, I'm telling you right now, Puckett, if we get to that game 7, it's going to be a Complexity win there. But here's a quick map fly-through on Slum's Hardpoint. Get to know it. The main 2 hardpoints you want to look out for, of course, the Junkyard Hardpoint as well as the Garage.
Junkyard, Garage, so many points to be gained. If you can anchor those properly, you can dominate. 120-point swings we've seen. And remember, at any time, a team can make a comeback. We saw Unite being down or up 60 seconds. TK came back and won by over 50 seconds as they were able to just get the swing, stop the players from getting the score streaks, and go back at it again. It looks like one of our players wasn't quite ready, didn't spawn into the game, so we're going to make sure he's there as we kick it off one more time. If you guys aren't tweeting about this already, you better start now, and I'll give you a good reason to do it. Duncan from Scuff just dropped 2 of these bad boys off. We got the Complexity as well as the new Scuff Hybrid. We'll be giving them out on Twitter. Stay tuned for more details on how to do that. Revan, I know you just got yours and you're loving it.
Yeah, I'm getting a Envy Scuff Hybrid, and, Envy, they're looking for a player. I didn't get the Hybrid for no reason.
Oh, hey-o. Trying to move into a team house, are you?
No, I'm staying with you, Puckett. I'm not leaving the booth.
I appreciate that, buddy. Well, here we go. The map is loading up once again. It's Slums, excuse me, Panama. And for people brand new to the game, maybe for the guys that are coming over in their Team Fortress 2 costumes here at PAX, explain how Slums is going to work.
Well, it's all about your anchor player here, Puckett. You're going to be looking out for the anchor to get your teammates the better spawns, and with the better spawns, it's going to be up to the submachine gun players to put a lot of pressure onto the hard point.
All right, so the assault rifle going to be your anchor. Submachine guns probably the most important on here. If you're going for score streaks, what do you want to go for?
Mainly the lightning strike here. That's probably your most important score streak. You're going to be able to break the enemy setup in a couple seconds.
Well, we saw this guy who is on your screen right now, Crim6, absolutely dominate the last time he was on this map. He is one of the best SMGs in the game. Gets the first hardpoint points, but he's immediately taken down. Let's see how he reacts coming off the respawn.
Well, keep in mind, Complexity, they haven't played in a little bit. They just had to sit down, watch Unite, take that win over Team Caliber, and that was a 5-game series, so it's been quite some time. We'll see how they start off here. Crimby's still on your screen, now inside the hardpoint, finds one kill there onto Nameless as Complexity. They're off to a decent start here as they're controlling the middle statue.
And Clayster is already yelling the let's go. Is trying to get his team fired up right away. And look at that scoreboard, 20 seconds and counting to just 2 as they lost the initial battle. But since then, they are absolutely locking it down. Bad spawns for the Unite crew. This is great news for Complexity as well, as Unite now has to go through all 4 players if they want to start rotating to the second hill.
And Crim6 starts doing damage over near the garage side of the map. TP now picking up 2 kills. Parasite, Nameless both falling, but you see in the back of the minimap, that's actually going to be Clayster rotating all the way back, take control of the spawns for the next hardpoint that's about to pop up.
TP waiting for the hill. There is a player challenging from blue. He was taken down, and Ixon and it looks like Clayster are going to have their hands full. 3 players, all from Complexity, pushing through the smoke. Clayster gets one, taken down by the second one. Ace is gone as well, but TP is still inside this hardpoint, and I love this move by Crim6. He was originally right next to TP, pushed out, got 2 kills. He's making sure no one's coming on Brick side, and that's going to tell Clayster and TP everyone is going to be forced to channel through this blue steps as well as the middle stairs.
And you normally don't see Clayster go inside the hardpoint, but whenever his teammates, obviously they get taken out, Clayster is not afraid to rotate in and puck it. Take a look at the scoreboard right now, 77-3.
Oh my goodness, and here are your stats. They are definitely outslaying their opponents on Complexity right now, as it's 8-3 for Crim, 8-4 for TP, and Aches at 5-3 with 2 captures. But let's go back on board with Crim6 as Clayster is finally cleaned up. Only 4 seconds on the old hard point. Crim6 waiting for the new one. 1 more kill after this as well, and he will have his lightning strike as well as the sentry gun.
All right, so Hellstorm required on a 5 kill streak inside the hard point, and you saw it all over the main map. If you're looking at your bottom right-hand corner, Complexity, they did an amazing job not only locking onto the scrappy time of the bottom right hard point, but they won the rotation to the white wall here. Unite, they are able to break the setup from Complexity, but now's the time where Crim is most likely going to use this Hellstorm.
All right, down goes Clayster. Let's jump back on board with Crim6. Does he decide to call this bad boy down? He does. Does he go for the player in junk? And it looks like the flak jacket is going to save someone's life, at least for the moment. It's going to be Ricky inside, and Ricky with the 2-piece there is going to lock it down. Nameless Embos also on 3 kill sprees. This is the slaying swing that they needed. All 3 players really stepping up. It's just Parasite, the lone player, looking for kills, and now he's adding to his score total as well.
Yeah, it's going to be a really good position for Unite if they're able to get score streak control here. And these are the 2 most important hardpoints of the game. So Unite, if they lock onto the anchor position, if they get the better spawns, they're going to be able to come back into this game.
Ricky is at the far right side of the map, needs to rotate over to help on the garage side, has a player challenging from blue, and Wisely is going to back up to the fountain here. Meanwhile, Embos is inside the hill, was on a 5-kill spree. I want to see if he has streaks coming off the respawn. Meanwhile, though, we got to stay on board with Ricky. He's doing a phenomenal job of putting in shots and staying alive. Finally going down. Let's jump on board with Embos.
Yeah, Ricky forced 3 players from Complexity to back up and converge on him. That only allowed for TP to try to stay alive in the hardpoint, which he did, as he's now on a 3-kill streak. But Embos, he's fully streaked out. Sentry Gun, Lightning Strike, and Hellstorm, and we see the Sentry Gun be used very soon.
Down goes Embos. We're going back over to Complexity with TP on a 4-kill spree. He's fighting for his streaks as well. Can he get it? There he goes, fully streaked out after that kill on Ricky. This one going back and forth, but it's been Complexity in the lead after an 80-second to just 3-second start. It's now 130-67. How long can they hold on the lead? That is the question, because Unite They got a few streaks, but they need to continue slaying if they want to get back in this game.
Hellstorm Missile being used by TP forces Unite off of the hardpoint, so here comes the Complexity squad. They're going to swoop in, take control of the hardpoint. Ace is the last one over there. He gets taken out, so now Unite, they take control. And TP, he's already thinking way ahead of the game here.
Yeah, puts down that sentry gun. That's going to protect for the rotation on the next hardpoint. Lightning Strike hits all kinds of hit markers, but no kills. Sentry Gun's going to clean up one player who tried to sneak by, and TP knows now they're on brick side. I can push in on the flank, gets one, is going to have two more in front of him. Ace is taking care of business, and look at that kill feed. It's all Cole as Unite, which is totally pushed back by Ace and TP there.
TP is going off right now. He has 8 defense to his name, 16 and 12, so he's not only the objective guy for Complexity, he could put up the kills when they need him to. Now he's on your screen here as he's going to lock down the blue side of the map.
All right, so TP's watching blue. You got Clayster watching bricks. 5 seconds left on the clock for the center hard point, and Clayster is in the same position working with Aix. Aix is the first one into the action. He goes down. Clayster surviving the score streaks, gets the cleanup double, has a third in front of him. TP is there to clean it up. What a nice defensive play from the entire Complexity squad as they're doubling up on their opponent's score.
I gotta say that's a mistake from Unite Gaming. They called him that Lightning Strike. Not only did they not pick up the kills necessary, the sentry gun, it's still alive in the back of the map, so it's going to be a thorn in the side for Unite here. As Clayster, he could be very aggressive here at the police car because he's got the sentry gun to watch his back.
Meanwhile, I'm really impressed with Aix. Let's go full screen and pull up our stats here as we take a look at what these boys are doing. 18 and 14 from Kirim, 17 and 12 from TP, as you mentioned. Clayster also positive 4. On the other side, no one positive. Every single player of Unite Gaming negative at the moment. They really need to turn it up on this next rotation because they just lost the full 60 seconds on that back hard point.
Yeah, and they're down by over 100 points, but TP, he has more defense than the entire Unite squad combined. Fantastic hill job coming from TP here, but Clayster, he's trying to fight for the anchor position here. We're talking about it. These are the two most important hard points in the game. Clayster, he gets taken out there. It looks like they're going to be able to hold on for the time being.
Everyone from Unite, as I switched to him, got taken down. Embos, remember, he earned that sentry gun in the first 3 minutes of the game. Still hasn't decided to use it. And I think, time's running out on the clock. You got to start pulling it out soon. What is Unite going to do to get back in this game, Revan? Is it over already?
I don't think so just yet, but in terms of that sentry gun from Embos, he's got to place it in front blue because they can't afford to waste the time going around and taking control of the anchor spot. They need to go right for the hardpoint because they need this time.
Embo's on your screen working with a teammate. He will get the kill on Crim 6, but he's immediately cleaned up by Clayster. Clayster on a 4-kill spree now using the SMG. Sitting inside the hard point, it is 6 more seconds. They're going to need at least one more hill. Aix is going to be your player on the rotation, and that should be the game if he can get inside.
Yep.
249 and 250 to under 100. Just 89 points for Unite Gaming as Complexity adds another team to the 100-point club.
Unite Gaming, they only had 7 defense throughout that whole map. You're not
7.
going to win a hard point game when you're not getting double-digit defense. You see Ace in the round-ending kill cam there, and I was saying it before how Complexity, they haven't played in a while, but it looks like they're starting off hot here.
23 and 17 from Crim 6 as he continues to impress here from PAX Prime. It's 1-0 Complexity in your grand finals. We'll be back with game number 2, Search and Destroy on Raid after this commercial break.